Go, 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 go.
Oh, man.
That car wasn't there.
Oh! Is that real?
Yeah.
What?
Hello, everyone. We are back with another Stuntman React, where we're going to break down some of the coolest and perhaps not so cool stunt scenes from your favorite films.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, see, I love this scene.
I love how this was like just a horror movie.
Like when he's in the wall.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like...
And the thing is like right here. Yeah.
Ah!
Trying to fight with a machete would be like the worst experience.
This is it.
Oh!
What? that could double as the reaction.
See how he's like really weaving in and out of everybody? Mm-hmm. I mean, that was great. Like he hits him with the machete, even though he's got the vest on, so it doesn't really hurt him.
Oh my god.
So how do they do that? How do they do that? How do they not just murder a man for the sake of our entertainment right there?
I've had different theories. I think it's a dummy.
It looks like a dude there like rotoed in.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think they're both on green screen.
Well, if you see the his feet at the end, they don't completely hit the ground. See how they stop? He's like on a mat or something.
Oh, you're right.
It's for sure green screen, them added in later.
Good use of VFX. Like when most of it's practical, you just don't see it.
Oh!
I think the raid's great. Something that like a lot of stuntmen don't love about it is whenever they need beats in between the beats, they go like this with their hands.
Swirly slap
They're
thing,
like swimming all the time. But you know, something like The Last Jedi could have used a bit of that, like where they're constantly like on the move in between the beats. Maybe people are falling down, getting back up and running in, as opposed to just posing. Like stuntmen are constantly trying not to have egg on their face. A good stuntman's just gonna fill in the gaps with doing something. I'll just slip and fall and then stand back up and try to be on the same timing. With the third Batman movie, him and Catwoman are fighting all the other goons. People were taking reactions when they're hit by nothing.
They just don't care.
Look at the guy in the background.
Oh
See, he just fall down. The far left, like he literally just is like, he forgot that beat. I'm just gonna fall. Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I think that they were hoping that they would like put in a batarang or something like later on. Some of the problem with this is also you can't blame it on the stunt coordinator. Nolan likes to shoot on film, so there's no playback. And if they do have playback, he just like kind of watches the monitor and was like, that felt great, we're done.
Yeah, that was like a foot away.
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's
done.
What's the hardest hit you've ever taken?
Oh, I do know that. I dove out of a car. You know, we were supposed to do 25 miles an hour, but the guy who's driving is like, you know, like give it.
What's a smile mean?
Floor it?
No, don't floor it.
Okay, floor it.
He's like, we'll go about 20, 25. But the thing is that when you're doing some sort of car gag, when you get to the like main part, you kind of like lean on it. So you're going 28 or something like that. We take off and the effects guy blows the windshield, right? And you know it's gonna happen, but you don't realize how loud it's gonna be and how insane it is when you're in there. So I'm in the back seat and glass starts blowing all over my face. And I'm like, subscribe, and I like see the point that I'm supposed to go and whip the door open and dive out. And they're like, that was amazing, great, moving on. Everybody starts packing up their stuff. I'm sitting in the corner, I knocked the wind out of myself, I'm going, everybody's, they're like, Eric, you good? And I can't say anything because I can't breathe.
Oh, there it is.
Good! Oh. Watch, runs out.
Ooh, man.
Continue the scene.
Savage. Yeah.
Dude, you must have been so up on adrenaline.
Oh yeah, I just knew I didn't want to screw it up. Like they're blowing everything up. And
damn.
Like the next day, every molecule in my body hurt.
That sounds about right. I love the description that everyone just packs up. Like, it's like, I've got it. And like everyone just moves on.
They don't check on the stunt guy. He lands in the box, it's like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
You know the guy went all the way over in one take?
Yeah,
That was a
he
gnarly fall.
definitely did. only in a movie directed by a stuntman would anybody be like, yeah, we're gonna use the car to fight all the bad guys. Like there's no, everybody be like, oh, look at that.
Oh, that's awesome. Dang,
How great is that? Can you roll that back a little bit? So this guy literally had to initiate a slide before he hits the ramp so that then when he launches through the air, he's going sideways, and then had to kind of gather it up as it slides across the ground, bouncing, and not hit the camera that's tracking across.
Oh, you're right.
Look at that.
Oh,
no.
The guy's like, oh, go, 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 go.
Yeah, there's a guy in the pursuit vehicle is like,
Subscribe. That's crazy. I had no idea it was such a technical shot.
look at the guy inside bouncing up and down. I mean, we've talked a lot about Tom Cruise, but you know, Keanu Reeves, he did a lot of this driving stuff himself. Like once his doors come off, you get a lot of great shots of him in there sliding the car, you know, interacting with the camera, which is, I mean, just action gold.
Yeah, like that hit right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing that.
So do they use kit cars for that, or are they destroying that really nice car?
I'm sure that they made a kit car out of it. A kit car is where they get something like a Lamborghini that would be way too expensive to crash, and they remake the body out of stuff that isn't carbon fiber, that may look like it, and they're also putting an engine in it that could be a Civic.
This is a 1989 Honda Civic.
They can crash that car, although it'll still work and drive, they can crash it without the cost.
So that's him right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Dude, that's crazy.
Well, he also slid into that position and then was able to maintain it.
That's awesome.
That was
love that.
great.
It's probably all practical too, I'm assuming.
Oh,
That's
what?
crazy too.
So they did a little gag where they yanked the car with a wire.
Yeah.
And, you know, Keanu just gets
Knocked out.
shot out there.
But he comes so close to that back wheel.
Well, even though it looks like he's close to the back tire, I think you still probably could have pulled it off with the limit line so that the back wheels couldn't possibly touch it.
I got you.
They certainly did that with the Stuntman a couple of times, and they're like, look, it's going to land here. And Keanu's tough son of a bitch, so I think he did that.
I feel like the oh, snap.
So how do you just not break your knees when that happens?
He knows he's going to get hit, so he takes his one of his feet and kind of gets it up.
Oh, his legs never actually get touched.
Yeah, so he knows it's going to happen. He lifts that one leg, and then once your weight kind of hits it, it takes your other leg up. Watch, he hits the brake, boop, spits him off.
I feel like the style of fighting in John Wick is a bit slower, chunkier, but really brutal. You know, more realistic.
It is. See how he's yanking him with his jacket? I mean, that is what you would actually do. And to try to get somebody off balance or control their weight or their body or where you want them to go, although it doesn't always look as sexy as like something in the Raid where they're popping constantly. John Wick is like stunt porn.
Basically.
Chad Stahelski was Keanu Reeves' stunt double throughout the Matrix.
Oh, for sure.
You know, there's the one scene where Agent Smith blasts Neo in the subway fight, and he goes flying back, and he hits like a subway like ticket taking thing.
Yeah, he
and
goes
smashes through it. Well, if you watch it, he doesn't break it, and head just gets slammed like this. He took some gnarly hits in the Matrix. Chad's been amazing with these films, and I think that you get some really great stuff that most directors wouldn't be able to pull off.
Do you do a lot of car stuff?
I've definitely done a decent amount of driving. I know some of the guys that do some of the Fast and Furious stuff, and those guys are like true car guys. You know, they can literally slide it and stop on a dime. It's unbelievable. I feel like the Fast and Furious franchise like started out with all good intentions and was pretty cool. They were doing something different, would stretch reality just a smidge.
Yeah, now it's just like Hot Wheels. Like
now it's like a video game.
Yeah.
Can you look up the Fast and Furious where they're dragging the safe? Man.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What?
So this is real, and that's why it looks really good. What they did is, I know the guys that did this, and that vault that they're dragging through the street is a car.
But what I did is I took a pickup truck and I cut the entire middle half out of it. From the back of the front wheels to the front of the back wheels, we took that out and we welded it back together. So all it has is an engine, front wheels, and back wheels, and a seat. And that's essentially it.
and there is another guy that is back there, like looking through like a peephole, and he is literally like sliding the car, like drifting this car with a bank vault around it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because those wires and everything are all there. So he's keeping up with these guys and driving this thing through the streets.
Wow. Dude, the visual of there being a car inside that bank vault, just a dude driving it.
What a great idea. Like if you were like, I want to drag this vault through the street, like would you have thought to have a human in there driving it? And if it was all CG'd, it wouldn't feel the same. You just could tell.
Eric, you've opened up a window here that we otherwise wouldn't have, and I really thank you for coming out here and sharing that all with us.
Hell yeah, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun to break this stuff down with you guys.
Now, people have questions about the craft and they're trying to get into this. Would you recommend they shoot you a message?
Yeah, absolutely. I try to answer everybody. Believe it or not, I'm not very famous, so I've answered a lot of questions in the past, and I'm always happy to.
If you have stunts that you have questions about, like whether it's like, this thing was crazy, I want you guys to watch it, or like, how the heck did they do this? Leave a comment down below if you want us to react to it in the future, and we'll definitely take a look. We can't wait to read the suggestions that you guys have.